What's up, everybody? We're back. I'm currently just annoyed because I'm on a text thread of a fantasy football league I've been trying to get out of for the last 8 years, and they're deciding between Yahoo, Sleeper, and ESPN. I've received 38 text messages so far this morning, and if I don't think any of them are watching, but if you are, guys, take me out of the league. Who do we have here this morning? We got a Deep Threats here. We the people. Kevin's here. Liberty Sky Day. Luis is here. Pack Drip. Borland. The Captain. Fenny Stubbs. Milo. To the House. Brent. Daniel, Eagle Putt, T. Adams, Anthony, Roy, Joker Rock, F it, Nico, Jay Plays in the house, Rad Dad, good morning, B. Foster, Damon, Airplane, Boutavine, Rowdy Rod, Blaze. Mark says, good morning, please click an image with Mike Zakarian. What the fuck are you talking about, Mark? That's confusing. Stone Cold's here. Will, what's up? I didn't even know this was a thing because I'm Team Cell. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't know that. Coach Hamburgers. Who else we got? Chunk, Snoopaloop, Top Shot Common Man, Stew's here. DJ Local, Welch, Max Pax. Is that everybody? Jared, Recruiting G84. Oh my, is Borland? Are you on Twitch? Is this you on Twitch, Borland? Finstock's here, Big Dick 816, Raph, Vince. We're all here, everybody. We're all here. You know who else is here? Top Shot Talk. What's going on, man? How are we doing?
I'm doing okay. Last day of freedom. It's like the Sunday scaries times 1,000. Going back to work tomorrow. So.
Oh yeah. So that's tough. That is tough. And for those that have you doxed your career? Do people know what you do?
Yeah. I'm a teacher. I'm a high school teacher. So going back tomorrow, and if you've ever had Sunday scaries, multiply that by 1,000, and that's how teachers feel the day before.
So are
we have to go back.
Are the students back? Do you have like 4 or 5 days of just cutting out some arts and crafts shit and putting them up on the walls?
I'm not an elementary teacher, but actually that would check out for some high school teachers too, actually. But no, the kids aren't back till next week. So I get 3 days to ease into it.
Fenny asked a good question. He said, are you getting a little shape up for the first day there, Hair Canada?
I was supposed to get a haircut last week, but my barber canceled on me. So I got one booked tomorrow. So just so you're up to date, just so you're up to date, Fenny, on my hair situation and everything, because I know that's a worry for you.
Okay, now I get some follow up. So you're setting individual appointments up with your barber?
Yeah, I got a barber that I go to.
Does your barber have like a TV show?
No, but funny enough, he's talked about doing some stuff.
I only ask because there's very few times where I've ever heard the phrase, yeah, my barber canceled his appointment, unless it was someone. Okay, here's another question. And I don't know the Canada, the CAD conversion to USD. How much does your haircut cost?
It's gone up, but I think it's $40 now.
Okay.
And when I started going to this guy, it was like 20 or 25.
Oh, wow. So he is getting a TV show. Like, because once you get to like $65, that's like people travel to see.
Look, I'm very loyal to this guy. He's moved 3 times. He was literally the end of my block. Then he moved like 5 blocks away, 6 blocks. He also like does half his time there and then half his time out, like really far away. And so I traveled probably 8 blocks for like a year, maybe 2 years for that. And then he moved back like 2 blocks from me. So I've been super excited about that.
So you're paying in travel time now. Now you're like, why? I'll pay an extra $10 because
exactly.
It's 2 blocks.
Exactly. I don't have to pay for a $5 cab or anything.
So Fenny says got to stay loyal to the barber. I do not feel this way. I feel like I'll go wherever the wind blows. I remember when I first moved to when I first moved to New York, now I'm blanking on the name of the place. They had like 2 locations, one in the East Village and one in Brooklyn, and the one in Brooklyn was like right outside my apartment. And I just like walked in there one time because it looked like pretty cool, but like low key. So I was like, oh, it's probably like $25 or something like that. And it was 50, and they're like, hey, but PBRs, dude, you can just like rip Pabst Blue Ribbons while you're in the chair. And I'm like, it's actually very hard to drink while someone is cutting your hair. It's not like I can just sit there and pound them for the 25 minutes that I'm there. And then I found that I was like trying to put them down, so it felt like it was worth it. Like I only wanted to go on busy days. And then when I moved to Midtown, I went to this like Russian lady who used to just make fun of me all the time, and I almost went there for material because I'd walk in and she'd be like, "Okay, baby, what do you think we are doing today with the hair?" And I'd be like, "Oh, it's actually." She's like, "Ha ha ha! I mentioned you having a choice. Sit down. I know what I'm doing." Like I was like, "Okay, it's good stuff. Good stuff." Who
So
knew? Okay,
that's why hard alcohol over beer at the barber is
mm,
the move, because it's just like a couple sips here and there.
interesting.
The other part is the reason I started going to this barber is I just randomly walked in or whatever, but my girlfriend made me because my girlfriend used to cut my hair.
Oh God.
Talk about saving money. So she, like, as a birthday gift was like, no, I'm going to like bring you to a real barber. Went there and I kept hopping around to different barbers and he was the owner. And I finally landed with him. And then I followed him since. And the main reason I would hate just dropping in a place is because I hate having to describe what I want.
That's
Like,
that's
so
great.
I sit in and he literally goes, same thing. And I go, yep. And we're off their ways. The only thing he'll ask me sometimes is like the number if he forgets on the side. And then other than that, it's like, don't have to say anything. I have once fallen asleep in the chair. I was really tired. And like, you just wake up and your hair's perfect. So
that's right. Where I go now, no one speaks English. And I sought that out because I like never want to have a small talk conversation while I'm getting my
you'd
hair
love it
cut.
up here in Montreal.
It's all, like, and they're so great. They do a really good job. And like, we like nod at each other when I walk in. They don't even ask me anything anymore. The only time when during like peak pandemic where I didn't cut my hair for like 5 months and there's footage of it. My hair was crazy. The only time I had a conversation with them, I was like, hey, I think about leaving it long. Like, I think I'm about growing it out. And he looked at me and he goes, nah. And I was like, okay.
He's like, I don't want to cut it that way. That's going to take me extra long. No,
I don't even think it was that.
Immediately the razor comes out.
Yeah, I think deep down they were like, you'll look like a shithead, so we're not going to do that. You guys are missing out on the chatty barber, says Merkemice. They're the best. I see. I believe that, right? I believe that. It's me that can't do it. I feel it, especially since I started streaming, but like so much of my work is engaging with people that I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
This great.
Tough for Mike. I make it hard on Mike. He has to engage with me.
No. You know what I'm saying though? Like, after you're done teaching, right? Like, and you're like, don't talk to me in the car. Like, if I take an Uber home or something, just shut up.
After I'm done teaching, I come here and talk to a bunch of people. Yeah,
I think this is a good. This is a good joke right here by Run Cornway saying, "Imagine facing a Capatra before you can get a haircut." Also, shout out Run Cornway. My favorite thing about the live token bot is when I see people in our chat buying stuff. This has happened like 2 or 3 times where Run Cornwaves just went on an absolute shopping spree. This is me trying to transition back to Top Shot, and just went ham. So good to see Run Cornwaves in the streets. I don't know, TSC, what's going on, man? How are you doing?
I'm all right. Like I'm kind of in this like weird, like feeling things out. I feel like there's a lot of truth. Like I'm waiting for a couple things to happen before I really like figure out exactly what I'm doing. I got to make some locking decisions pretty soon, I feel, because I'm worried of like missing this snapshot that it sounded like when they were first announced it was going to be like a hard date. And now it's like pretty much once that Pascal squad goals ends, it could actually be any day now.
Right.
So I got to look into some of those like secondary teams that I bought some of the bottlenecks for, to either, I got 3 choices. I got to sell them now. I got to wait, which they'll probably dip temporarily. It would be my thinking after that snapshot happens. And then 3, see if I want to lock any of those up and get that 750 reward and probably nothing else.
And this is kind of a question for the chat as well. I'm in the same boat with a lot of it. I mean, I've locked all of my team set stuff that I was excited about, so I don't have to think about that anymore. And I'm honestly at the point where I'm like, if it's 750, it's 750. If it's not, it's not. I'm not going to go nuts. But I had a question for the chat, and then you can answer this as well, TSC. I feel like it's hard with NFL All Day and Top Shot and UFC Strike to an extent. I'm just having a tough time being like all in on all of them. Like, it's hard to, like, there's more information coming out with All Day right now. So that's like where a little bit more of my brain power and my attention has gone to. And maybe that's just from the content perspective. And if you're just thinking about collecting, you don't feel that way. But I'm having a tough time just like staying locked in on everything. And I kind of just find myself veering one direction over the other right now.
Yeah. I definitely feel that from like a content perspective. And like people ask like early on, oh, are you going to make all day videos, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, I devote so much time trying to know like everything about Top Shot.
Yeah.
And to a point where I feel like I can put out like valuable stuff. So like I have a hard time following everything else and staying on top of that. I'll probably dabble a little bit, but I'll never probably go as much
hard
into it as I do Top Shot a lot, because I just like basketball more. Not that I don't like football, but it is tough. And like Strike, I don't even try to really keep up with Strike. I really just like very surface level on that one, in part because like I like UFC the least. And so like I don't feel any real attachment when I'm looking up names or, see what's going on. So I kind of just like dabble in that one. And then, NFL, because it's approaching, I'm spending a lot more time on it, I would say.
Yeah.
But like when it's like April, I don't know how much time I'll be spending on NFL Day, and their off season is really long.
Yeah,
which will be interesting to see how they play that, because like NBA has like 3 months before like of real like off season stuff,
right?
Because you have that trailing pack releases trail a little bit, and then they'll start their run it back stuff. So it'll be really interesting to see how NFL All Day plays their off season, especially when it's so. I feel like it's even more like fantasy based and gamified in that way compared to Top Shot. So it'll be interesting to see how they play that.
We the People says it's because your bags are in Top Shot. I think that's true to an extent, but I'm saying almost the opposite. Where I found, and like you were kind of saying this, I found myself paying way more attention to NFL All Day for the last couple of weeks, and my bags are in Top Shot. So I feel like that's the opposite. I'm just saying it's hard. It's a little bit hard. At least maybe it's just on the content side of things of just trying to stay on top of everything. But speaking of like staying on top of NBA Top Shot, actually, before I do that, let's I really feel like I haven't done one of these in a while. So go ahead, like the stream, subscribe, #do the giveaway. #do the giveaway. We'll fire off a couple. We'll do 2 moments today. Because people forget to DM me. Also, we're 6 souls in the chat. You messaged me while I was away about something that you are owed. So remind me again, because that was wedding time. I didn't really respond to any messages. Again, #do the giveaway, like the stream, subscribe. So we have the Series 1 locker room moments coming to the packs today. I know you did a little bit of research on like what our percentages are for getting a Series 1 moment. It's pretty grim out there. I mean, it's pretty similar to what the MGLE Hollow situation was, right? I mean, I guess it's a little bit different because you had a better shot at an MGLE than a Hollow, but it's like pretty similar, right?
Yeah, like I don't like if you were going after those ones, I don't see really someone being like, I was going after those ones and I'm not going after these ones.
Right.
Like
same thing.
I actually see it a bit the opposite. Like I feel like those MG and Hollows, although like when we're talking EV and everything are probably very similar, the like Grail ones that are attracting people to these S1s are so much more appealing, I think, than like a random Hollow or MGLE from Series 3. So I think like people will actually be a little more interested in these, even though like EV may be a little lower and chances may be a little lower and the other stuff might be a little more grim.
I'll be curious about that only because, and sorry to interrupt, only because I saw a lot of chatter about this in the Discord being like, yeah, but during the MGLE Hollow, you were, doing 4 trade tickets for a shot at like a $400 moment, where here you might get an $8 moment. And I was like, yeah, but you also might get a $4,000 moment, which wasn't included in the MGLE Hollow one. So I don't know.
Yeah, but like for an $8, like that's just like they split more ranges. I feel like they put more different ranges in this one, and people are kind of like caught up on that. But like the worst pack in the MGLE and Hollow one was 3 trade tickets too. Like so like the worst ones are still the same for both these. I do get like I think like even if you hit on a Series 1, like you might hit a shitty Series 1. So that is like part of it is
that
like
part
all of that 1% isn't awesome. Whereas like when we're talking MGLE and Hollows, if you hit a Hollow, it was good. If you hit an MGLE, it was good for that pack. How many packs it took you to get there, that's another story.
Right.
But like, are you Like, did you do any of the trade tickets for the MGLR Hall?
Yeah, I did. But it was out of boredom. Like I was sitting on some gross moments that I was like, I'm not gonna lock. And I was talking to John about this a while ago, where he was like, yeah, I think it's probably better to, like, if the trade ticket floor hits $3, just list them for $3. But it was way easier to turn those into trade tickets than it was to list those for $3. You know what I mean? Like, just time wise.
Yeah.
It took forever. So instead, I did rip a few. I think I probably did like 100 of them, maybe. Yeah, I went through a lot. But it then, like, once you get in, right, because you're only losing like one at a time. So I'm just like, well, in my mind, I already dedicated this group of moments to trade tickets. So I was like, let's just keep going. But for the series one, and I'm curious what your thoughts are. I don't know. I'm just tired. I don't think I'm gonna do it. I don't, maybe like a couple of times. Again, it depends how bored I get, I think.
And that's kind of like a genius part. I don't know if it's been talked about that much, is that like the way it's set up that you get basically that you only lose one basically if you just like keep going each time is like kind of genius and maybe kind of evil, like preying on everyone's degeneracy in the space. But like, and when people put out like, oh, like if it's like, 20 trade tickets, you can go through this many times. So like you kind of like set that aside, but then it kind of like gets that itch going that makes you want to do it again, maybe like 3 days later or something, or whenever you're, have some downtime or something. Did you hit when you cycled through those?
I hit one. I think I hit an Emmanuel Quickly MGLE. I think that was it. It was very not fun. I didn't really love it. I didn't really love the experience. And then, because then it reminded me of when we were buying like a bunch of base packs, and then you're just like, oh, you know what? Let me go ahead and reveal all. Right? I like even stopped kind of having fun ripping the pack, and so I don't know. Wait, there was something I wanted to ask. I've been seeing a lot of Capacha talk today. Is that a new thing? Is that like, because I haven't been running into that. Is there? Do you have to like?
Do you have to capture to make a purchase?
Oh yeah, sorry, I keep saying Capacha. Yeah, is that what you're saying right now? Because I know you had to like. I know there was some wallet verification stuff that happened recently. I thought that was just OTM. Oh, it started today. Yeah, dude, Top Shot's dead, dude. Started 8 a.m. this morning.
That's why someone said that about the barber too.
Yeah. Where was that announcement, huh? I get pinged 18,000 fucking times for every single challenge squad goals thing that comes out. And then all of a sudden.
And then the repeat in every Discord you're in too.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously. Let me just see. Did an announcement come? Maybe I just missed it. Maybe it was in the Discord.
It's only for low ask is what Run Cornwaves is saying.
Interesting.
But Fenny, was that one low ask though? The CP3 playoff moment?
But that makes it. I wonder, did they put that in so bots can't get all the low ask moments? Is that what it is? So if they, I don't know.
Also, Fenny, run me through why you're buying a CP3 playoff moment right now.
Yeah, dude.
Was that for a trade ticket or?
Yeah. I wonder if he's just collecting sets, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, Mike, go buy something. Go buy like a low ask hollow. See if it makes you do it on legendary.
But well,
it's good content, man.
All right, let's go.
We'll clip that. We'll put it on TikTok and we'll put it on Twitter, and everyone will know about Cap.
Oh, for the Team Hold Fantasy League.
Oh, so it's your fault, Mike.
Hell yeah. Wait, I want to talk about fantasy in a little bit because we hit a little something last night, which was fun.
Ooh.
All right, let's do this though. So we're looking for a low ask hollow. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
How about series 1? Let's do some cosmics.
Yeah, anything, man.
Anthony Davis 4K. Dude,
no, man. Get a better player.
Wait, hold on though. That seems. Oh wait, it's not
like a steal.
I thought that was by lowest to high. I thought that was Colin Sexton, bro. Bogdan. Dude, fuck LaMarcus Aldridge. How about let's see. Why am I doing this? Langston Galloway, dude. I like that Langston Galloway is more expensive than a lot of those guys. Oh my God, Lou. Look at that floor jump. $12.
$12 and a single digit serial, man.
Let's see. Give me the catcher.
Imagine For
It's just
legendaries, they went the opposite. It's just once you click that button, you've accepted it.
yeah. Well, I'm looking. Oh no, so I didn't get one.
Well, that's because you haven't hit the pay button yet, I guess.
Oh, it's after that. Well, we're not doing it, guys. Look, I love these people thought I was buying it. Ooh, day old pizza surprise. What a great name, man. That's a great handle. All right, the order was canceled. That Langston Galloway still available for purchase, people. Yeah, anyways, to go back, or so I answer. Are you going to be going after some of these Series 1 packs? What are you doing?
I don't know if I'll do this first batch, but like there's no way that I won't at some point before they're all released. But I also said that about the 350 trade tickets, and I didn't ever do that. But
yeah, but compiling 350 is way more than 4.
Oh, yes. And also I said eventually, and there was supposed to be still like half of them available. So
yeah,
I still had time technically.
It's a great callback, Borland. That's a good one. Shout out Caesar, who sniped the Luca Top Shot debut I was going after a long time ago while we were live on stream. Yeah, it's furious. I was like trying to get. I needed amazing. Like one more thing to sell. I think I was like $100 short, and I was trying not to put more money in. And then all of a sudden, the low ask went up like fucking $500 or something like that. So we're swearing a lot this morning. I apologize for the morning crew who don't like hearing F-bombs. You came to.
You just got censored by your Wi-Fi, I think. Oh, yeah. A nice freeze there.
Am I back?
You're back.
Do you know what it is? It's so funny. It's not my Wi-Fi, but what happens, the lights that I have here, when they do a software update, my like Wi-Fi goes out and it does these auto updates like once a day, maybe.
Why are your lights updating so often?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. It was funny. I thought you were frozen. And then all of a sudden I realized I was like, no, of course it's not you. It's me. Yeah, YouTube censorship. You're absolutely right, dude. It was too many F-bombs this morning. They're trying to stop me.
Scream in the dark.
Dude, honestly, you want to look? Let's look out, see how bad it looks when we do this. Wow. Also, look how good my camera is.
Also, it's not that bad once it adjusts.
I know. My camera, maybe I shouldn't be using these lights. My camera immediately adjusted, though. That's why Top Shot needs to pay me more money to get that camera. Updating lights, weird flex. You're right, Milo. You're right. You flex with what you got, though. Porn light. What are you talking? Regulator
trying to get the HD cam in here.
Yeah, seriously. I don't know what else. So let's also talk about, you had a video come out yesterday or 2 days ago about moments not to burn, which I thought was a nice little zag while everyone's burning everything. So what were we? I didn't watch it yet. I didn't watch it, but I shared it. What are you what was like the reasoning behind that? Were you thinking that like some things are going to be burned too much, that we start seeing them pop in flash challenges? Like where'd you come from with that angle?
Yeah, so basically it's looking at like moments not to trade in. And then basically the premise of it, I looked at like players that had 60 or 40K moments, because I assume that's the only thing people are trading in. And the other assumption I made is that you're not trading in like your top end superstar players,
right?
Because the part of the reason in this is not just that like the amount that are traded in. There's also a huge supply that isn't released because, you know, especially the later the moment came to be in Series 3, the less of them that are released, because not all the base packs are out. Not all, like there's a ton of Series 3 that's unreleased. I think John put out a tweet a while ago. There's actually more of Series 2 in active circulation than there is Series 3, which is like pretty crazy to think about. And then the other premise is that for flash challenges, they're going to be burning. So it's not enough just to hold like one of these 60Ks of these different players.
Right.
Once, if they hit a couple times, and that's like the biggest argument to why like the superstar players you should not be trading in at all, and you probably want to hang on to those because like you have like your I don't know, Joel Embiid 60K, but like he hits, well you either have to burn it or it's gone. Like you're gonna have to keep like re-upping on those a little bit as the season goes. Of course, there's going to be some releases of moments, but we're talking the first couple of months where we probably won't see much. And then I basically like broke it down to players that I had couple of different categories. So I like just mentioned some of the superstars just very briefly that have, a pretty low circulating count for whatever reason, but like are still players you likely wouldn't have been trading in. So I just like reminded some people. One is Clay. Like if you're trading in a Clay 60K, that's crazy. It's pretty highly locked already. Also, there's like 3,000 people that have traded it in or something, which is pretty crazy. And then it's like has not full release, and his next moment is like, I don't know, $30 or something. So like I assume a lot of people weren't trading him in, but it goes more into like players that are kind of like your mid-range players and stuff. And a couple examples: Gary Trent Jr., Keldon Johnson.
Keldon Johnson's a good one.
They only have two common moments. They have their 60K and then they have their 12K Top Shot debut, which are both like, I think Gary Trent Jr. is at like $14. Keldon Johnson is somewhere in the like $10 range or anything. So,
which is nuts. Keldon Johnson should be higher. He's going to have a monster year.
Yeah, but that's kind of like the story of the 12K, which is like weird. Like, and that has to do with a lot of the like the set utility and stuff. There's not enough, to me, there's not enough variance in that for the good players. The only exception to that is Jordan Poole. His 12K is some reason like $44 or something. It's insane. Like the overpriced Jordan Poole, like, I don't know, maybe I'll eat my words and he's actually going to be like a top 10 player in the league or something, but people are way too hyped.
No way.
Hyped. And like, I'm very out on him, but
I'm not even out on him. I just think
I'm out on what the general opinion is of him.
Right.
I'm not like, yeah, he's going to be a good NBA player, but he's not like a top 3 player on the team.
I'm curious about the Flash challenges this year, because I wonder if we see, I mean, of course, if a 4K bottleneck hits, it's just going to like moon. But I wonder if we see more of these like 60Ks, like you mentioned, if it's more likely they go from like 3 to 6 than it is from seeing like those normal bottleneck moons. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The thing that's going to be interesting with that is that part of like what we see won't be the increases. Oh, true.
There you go.
Okay,
Thank you, regular.
Thanks, regular. But part of the thing is that like they don't need to be a bottleneck for it to have an effect on the next one. So like a lot of what would happen, like, so to use Bane as an example, like he only had a 4K early on and he kept like hitting or getting involved and that thing would shoot up, then it would come back down, then it'd shoot up and everything. But now, like if a 4K hits, I assume that all those 60Ks are going to get burned. So like, yeah, that player wasn't the bottleneck that time, but say, I don't know, 3,000 people completed it. That's 3,000 out. And then like with the locker room too, like some of these players have 60% of their circulation that is inactive, whether that be in packs, whether that be in the locker room, whether that be in also in burned. So like, it's just like there, and like there's a lot of players that have 60Ks versus like a player that has a 40K, and the 40K is like almost twice the circulation out. And it's just like, because we see that like number 60 versus 40, but there's so much unreleased and stuff. So it's going to be super interesting. But like you said, anytime a 4K hits or a different type of bottleneck hits, then like we won't see the price action on them.
Yeah.
So that's why like also the premise was don't trade these in, not necessarily like go buy these.
Right.
Like, I'm not out here stacking Keldon Johnson
60Ks,
but I'm like, if that ends up in my account, or if I'm doing that pack circulation and I hit on one of those, I'm going to trade that in for I'm going to switch that out for a different player.
Right. Also, I like Fenny immediately was like, not so fast. It's Nico Mannion. That's right. It is Nico Mannion, the 4K. I wanted to share Thomas's question for a couple of reasons. So he said, I saw there was no mention of the WNBA set locking and blog unless I missed it. So should I hold off? I'm pretty sure that's coming, right? Didn't they mention it's just not rolled out yet, but that it is coming?
Yeah, so it is coming. It's just they don't have what the rewards are going to be yet. Yeah. So like in the NBA set locking, they're like, you lock this type of set, you're going to get this. Mm-hmm. So they basically, I think, I don't know if it's in that blog or they mentioned that in the spaces or wherever else they communicated that that's going to happen for WNBA, but they're going to announce that after the WNBA season, like leading up to the next season. So you'll kind of know what to do for the next year.
Yeah, I think that's going to be good. I wanted to share something too that I saw in the Discord, but I want to make sure. Okay, does this? I was like, I don't know what DM I'm sharing right now, so I wanted to make sure I knew what the hell I was looking at. So I got a Jump Shoot. I think it was Jump Shoot did some investigative homework, and I think he mentioned that he was gonna I forget what the premise of this conversation was, but it was about the W and it was about Asia Wilson specifically. And I don't even know if you can read this, but who cares? He says currently there are 1196 of the Asia Wilson. That's kind of the bottleneck for the first series of the WNBA. Still in packs owned by Top Shot, and our plan for releasing those is through the WNBA Team Captain Program, which remember, vote for Kevin and Kelsey. Well, some collectors are holding the
Can we
sealed.
vote yet?
No, you can't vote. I don't think it's something you can actually vote for, but everyone should tweet about it so it happens. While some collectors are holding the sealed packs, those who have been determined to be fraudulent will have their moments repossessed and sent to the locker room. So that was good to get an update on that, because I know forever that was a conversation like, what are we doing with the Asia Wilson? And especially since that's the bottleneck. But but yeah, I went ahead and I locked all my WNBAs just because I was like, again, that went back to the point of like, I like having the full set, just gonna lock that. Like, I'm not planning on selling it. I like having all the moments. We're just gonna lock it up.
Yeah, I plan on locking that set as well. It's one of my like only sets that I have. And I'm just like waiting kind of for the playoffs or something. Like, most of them don't really have a bottleneck situation going on anymore, but I have been like sometimes selling and rebuying during the W year. Partly just I haven't got around to clicking that lock button on them yet. But just for reference, so like that was what, like almost 1,100 that are going to be, that they still have, that are
1196.
So like right now there's only like 5,800 that are owned.
Right.
And of those 5,800, 827 are locked. So what's interesting too with that is that they said that that's going to go to, the captain program for that. So,
right.
I mean, it's possible that, the community kind of decides just to burn those.
Burn them, baby.
And that's like one thing to kind of ensure that it stays a little exclusive. And it's really would be an interesting set if all that didn't happen incorrectly too, right? Like,
right.
This would have been a set with no bottleneck.
Right.
I guess the other one is like, I think Early Adopters is like that, or
was it got game?
Like some series? Yeah, he got game or something. But that would have been like really interesting, and dynamics there would have been just based on player. But now we got the Asia situation.
Good.
It makes people nervous, right? Like, because of that unreleased supply and the price she was at. But like, I don't know, with the fact that they've given the extra like nod to this set long term, I'm like much more happy, even though like when I bought Asia, like it's down from there.
Like, right. Sure. Yeah, because it got up to like 2 something at some point. I'm of the point, like the standpoint, I imagine most people that have that one are completing the whole set. Right. Like, because the rest of the set is very, very cheap. So if you have the bottleneck, you're like, whatever, I'm just going to complete this thing. I imagine that's how people are doing that. So even if the rest of them come out, I'm not even like, whatever. If it goes down like $10, like, I don't care, because I've already got that thing locked. And I think over time, I mean, it's how I feel about those Series 1 moments in general too. Like, yeah, they're going to come down short term because more of them is going to come out, but then they come out and then it's done coming out. So I imagine it'll settle again. Speaking of the W, I'm gonna go buy tickets right after this show. We're gonna go tonight to Game 3, even though it's a 9:00 start. But Kelsey and I are gonna go, and then our man Justin Catchin. So if anyone else is in New York and is planning on going, you can get tickets. I think I was looking at SeatGeek for like the shit tickets, which they're not even bad because they don't even open up like the upper bowl at Barclays. It's just kind of
they don't.
No, it's nice because Barclays is pretty big, so they do. It's like $20 to be in like the second level kind of. And for like 70, you're on, I think it was 70 that we saw. You're on like, it's not behind the basket, but like the angle.
Yeah.
So it's like 4 rows back on the angle, which I'm like, it's incredible. You're like right behind the bench.
Those are like my go-to when I'm buying tickets.
Me too. I love those seats.
Baseline, but like the row that's beside the sideline. So it's almost as if you're there.
Yeah.
If I'm going lower bowl, if I'm not, it's like nosebleed center court.
Like,
those are the two like seats that I look at, because everything else is just like crazy expensive. Speaking of tickets, I went to buy preseason tickets for the Raptors in Montreal, and they sold out within like 10 minutes. I was in a queue Also, I was like,
Wow.
what? There's queues? I was like,
Wow.
this is crazy.
Randomizer was broken.
Yeah, exactly. And then they sold out. And what was happening too is like, there's this like French site that was like selling them as well, but I think it was secondary. And people were like, the like nosebleeds were like over $200 for a preseason game.
Oh,
And
wow.
getting sold, but I think it was people that had the pre-sale were selling them on secondary market before, but people were like logging into the site thinking that these were the real tickets or anything. I haven't looked at like the secondary now that they're all out, but I was like, oh, I guess I'm not going to this preseason game that like I thought would be like really easy to go to.
Oh man, that's brutal. Also, good reminder, Kevin. Watch your work instead of doing the normal show. They're going to be on playback tonight. So go ahead and watch with Schnapp. You go watch with Schnapper and Kevin as they watch playback. I told Kelsey, I was like, I'm going to try to log in from my phone from Barclays for like 2 seconds just to cause chaos. But
yes.
So
stream chaos from the phone, nothing better.
So go check out playback. We'll drop a link on Twitter I think Kevin already tweeted it out from the Watch Your Work account. I'm really excited. Playback has already updated some stuff. You can do polls now. You can do channel surfing go from game to game. So we're excited to be firing that up as we get deeper into the fall for some football and some basketball. It's gonna be a good time. One of the other things I wanted to share. So we built a lineup yesterday using during the super draft contest. I gotta tell you guys, obviously I'm biased because I did well last night. I think this super draft thing is going to be fire when the games start. It was like fun for NBA 2K, but it was like, it's a simulated game. They're like 6-minute quarters.
Did
like,
you watch it?
I did. I watched a
the
little
whole
bit
thing?
of it. No. I watched a little bit of it.
You didn't watch your whole sweat?
No. So this is what happened. So I built a lineup that had in the first game, it was like Raptors and Sixers, and Embiid was like 60% owned, and I had like 2 lineups where I played Dwight Howard over Embiid, and Embiid had a shit game, but I had Chris Bosh who had a really good game, and Siakam who had a really good game. And so I was like, okay, I'll pay attention a little bit. And then Ja Morant went for like 58 points in the second game.
I love how you just said that as if it was a real game, though. Yeah.
I know.
Ja went for 58 points. Holy shit!
I know. It was
Memphis going to get the #1 seed this year.
It was great. And I will say, listen, the judge had the team captains come on during the streams, and because the captains actually built the roster, and I was like, it was a pretty cool. The judge did a good job with it. He had like over 100 people watching him stream in a video game that he wasn't even playing. It was a simulated video game. But all of that to say, I think when this comes out for the regular season, like when it's actual games that we're building fantasy lineups, and if it's like a $5 contest or a $9 contest, they're still going to do the free stuff. But to be able to up the ante a little bit was pretty sick. So let me share screen here. Let me share screen and let me move it to Super Draft. So we'll look at my history of contests. Here we go. So here we go. These are my lineups last night. So as you can see, we won $55 total, and I did 5 lineups. So I put in 45. So this lineup right here, I got $20 back with 218 points. But this lineup right here, 252 points. You see, it didn't win any money because we won a Top Shot moment. We won a Steph Curry Series 3 MGLE for finishing in 3rd place in this contest. So we had 3rd place out of 6. Look at all that little green right here, boys. So we had LeBron. The funniest thing that happened though, so Super Draft, because LeBron was playing against himself in the last game. And so I had no idea I finished 3rd while I was paying attention because all of the points went to the Cleveland LeBron and none went to the Laker one. So they had to adjust it afterwards. Steph, so I wasn't even
for
cashing.
Both teams.
For both teams. So I wasn't even cashing in it because it all went to the Cleveland one. And then when they fixed it, the Laker one got most of the points. So here we go. We rolled out LeBron, Steph, Ja, then Raptors, Bosh, Zach Randolph, Anthony Davidson, Dwight Howard with 33 points. So this was fun. I mean, we won a Steph Curry. We'll look at the guy who won in first, the real PB. He also had LeBron, Ja. Go ahead. What?
Oh, I had a different multiplier? Why do you have a different score for LeBron?
So, yeah, that is weird. Oh, you know what it is? So if you, one of the cool things they did was if you own the set, you get a little bit of an extra boost in your multiplier. So if you own the full set and stuff like that. Coincidence, the winner is also a mod? No, I don't think so. Do you think the mod of Super Draft also has the capabilities to rig NBA 2K games? Because
Well,
if that is
it's
the
not live
case,
though, right?
huh?
I think they're saying that because it's not live. The simulation.
Oh, I love the idea that if they have the capabilities to do that, that this is where they've decided to use their influence. I like it. I like Paul. Let's launch a podcast, Paul.
No,
Um,
get gummy on.
Yeah, it was
case.
Gimme Batched. Brad said, why didn't Mike share his info for being a paid info? I did yesterday, Brad. We built the lineup yesterday. And then in the Discord, shout out Jay Blaze, because I wasn't going to get Dwight Howard. I bought a $3 Dwight Howard moment yesterday, and it turned into a Steph Curry Series 3 MGLE. So there you go. And Dale said,
you hear that, Top Shot? Super Draft is working. It's increasing sales.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I agree with you, man. The simulated games doesn't really move the needle for me too much, although now it does if I'm winning. Well, how much is that moment? Let's look up what that moment is. This is how I feel like unplugged I am of this, where it was like, if you told me it was $120 or like $500, I'd believe both of those. But I
say two to 300.
300. It's metallic Series 3. 300 on the nose. We'll take it. Yeah, so people tell me, yeah, if you own the set, you get +1. Bobby asking Bobby, let me share a link to the Team Hold affiliate link. But it's basically a fantasy game. They're also doing a deposit bonus. So if you deposit now using our affiliate link, you'll also get what's it called? You'll get a sweet little hold on, I gotta do that again. You'll get a sweet little deposit bonus. So if you deposit 50, you'll get 50 back. Hold on, let me do this one more time. Does this move the needle for you when it gets into the regular season at all, or you're like, whatever, who cares?
Yeah, like the more we can do with our moments, I'm all for to start with. I think what is really great about this, if we compare it to maybe like Moment Ranks Play, is that the fact that you can enter multiple contests, have multiple lineups and stuff. I think that's like very important to like DFS style people. Not that I am a huge DFS person, but like I think that's huge for people to enter multiple different contests. I think adding, like, it probably also changes like EV on different contests as well, because you're going to have less people that are in the paid one. The free one's going to be like, you got to take a big shot at it and stuff like that. So I think that's good. And I say that not that I think Moment Ranks Play should have multiple lineups or collective play,
right? Just different.
It's just different. It's aside from that, like, I'm still going to play every single day like I have been.
Yeah.
Now there's something else I can dabble in, and maybe it's like, and like that's kind of how like I approach play. Like some nights I was just throw and play together. Other nights, like, it was a nice slate or something, I had more time, I was like, like digging into the weeds a little more. Whereas like that might be how I approach this. It's like, look, play, I'm just like firing off lineups every single day. Maybe this one with the free one, I'm doing that. But then like a day where like it's maybe it's a schedule that fits more with my collection too, right? Like I have all the superstars. I have like the one, random player that is starting because of an injury or whatever, and that's going to make me have a little bit of an edge. So I think that's what I'll do, is just like, depending on the night and everything, will allow me to dabble a little more.
I also like the idea, and again, I'm someone who plays daily fantasy all the time, so it makes sense that I like this, but I like the idea you have the free contest, whether it's on Super Draft or on the Collective, which I believe they announced they are doing again. I saw your question earlier, Borland. I'm pretty sure they already said it. But I like the idea of being like, all right, there's this 3,000 person contest, or I can pay $9 for a chance at like last night it was the LeBron rare moment that's going for like $1,000 between 600 people, right? Where it's not, I'm not going against everybody. It's like narrowed it down a little bit. There's a little bit more gamble involved. And I like the mix too of like, okay, if you finish in the top 10, you're going to get a pretty sick Top Shot moment. And then if you finish 11 through 100, there's some sort of like cash bump that you're getting back. So it was pretty cool. But again, I think like I totally understand people being like, yeah, I'm going to wait till the season starts and then get involved. I totally get that. I just hope it's successful enough for the next like couple of weeks that Super Draft sees what the judges put together and are like, oh yeah, this would work in the regular season, you know? So I'm sure they're going to do this like 5 or 6 more times leading up to the season. And clearly I'm going to keep firing at this now because it was successful. So.
But shout out that they use the team captains too. I love that like, because when I saw that they were like, because before they did the sets thing, right? So it was like the best of the sets, whatever. And then now they're doing teams. I was like, oh, like did they like pick those players? So I didn't know they got the team captains involved. That's great.
Yeah, the team captain, because each team was allowed one historical moment, like historical player that they were going to add to the roster. And so like the Lakers had Magic and the Sixers had Iverson. Was pretty cool. So. Chewy says moment ranks play wins you non-withdrawable Dapper credit. I didn't know it was non-withdrawable, but whereas Super Draft you can withdraw. I definitely don't know if that's true that you can't withdraw that moment ranks Dapper. But
I think you have to buy also Dapper has the loosest non-withdrawable clauses compared to any other site. Like all the gambling sites, the non-withdrawable stuff is like you have to have gambled 50x what that is before you can withdraw or whatever. Like Dapper's like you can sell a moment in your collection equal the same amount, withdraw that, and then buy that with the non-withdrawable. So I don't know that we have to complain too much about the non-withdrawable aspect of Dapper drops.
Let's remind the people here. We're doing like the stream. Do the giveaway. Oh, Eagle Putt reminded me they're doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the next 2 weeks. So there you go. For Super Draft.
Chewy's there on Wednesday, Kings versus Pistons.
Oh, hell yeah. So we'll tomorrow morning we'll build another lineup again, and then maybe Fesh will follow and we'll build something together. The one annoying thing is you can't build it on their mobile app. You have to do it on desktop or browse. Like if you just open a Chrome or Safari browser on your phone, you can still do it. It's just a little annoying that you can't do it on the app. So keep that in mind. But yeah, and also in our Discord, it's a good reminder to join the Discord if you haven't done that yet. But we have a Super Draft contest channel in there where we were chatting it up a little bit. Again, if you just listen to Jay Blaze, he'll get you on that Dwight Howard train. But that was kind of fun too. It's like, oh, you play Embiid and he has no multiplier because he's obviously really good and he had kind of a shit game. Or you play Dwight Howard, who's got a 1.7x, and Dwight's not great, but if he gets 4 blocks and 8 rebounds or something like that, he beat Embiid, I think, by 11 points or something like that last night. It's nuts. Travel Addicts here. Good to see you, sir. I don't know. TSC, what else we got? What do we got? A few minutes left. Anything else we need to hit?
No, I don't think so.
When do you think the Series 4 roadmap's coming?
I will say...
Yeah, give us a date.
They love dropping shit on Friday. I feel like the last roadmap was dropped on a Friday. So let me bring up my calendar here. I'll give you an exact date.
It was a late Friday, too. I remember I was at a bar.
I was at a dinner party, and it did not go over well with my girlfriend.
I was at a bar, and I think there were 2. Why did you just stop paying attention to the dinner party?
Well, luckily it wasn't, we weren't eating yet. We were just having drinks beforehand and stuff. So I did kind of this house has a big island. So I was at the end of the island while everyone else was on the other side of the room. And I was on my phone, and she comes over to me. She's like, what are you doing? And I was like, the roadmap just dropped. And she's like, what the hell is that? And I was like, she's like, you're talking about Top Shot, right? I was like, yeah. I was like, just give me 15 minutes here, and then I'll come back. And I was like, fuck, I should be live streaming right now.
I think that same night there were 2 members of the Team Hold community that were fighting. So I think while I was looking at the roadmap, I was also DMing Team Hold people to tell them to stop fighting. Because I remember being at the bar that day.
I'm gonna say we're gonna get it September 30th or October 7th.
Okay. I like
but
that.
Not in between. One of those 2.
Where was it? Regulator said late September, so October 12th.
The joke you didn't get yesterday.
Yeah, the joke that went over my head that I think Regulator probably made too. Poker Products says Series 4 roadmap is coming out on TikTok, which was a callback to the Tony Spaces yesterday. Shout out everyone that appeared to the Tony Spaces. It was good to see you guys. It was a low attendance though. Tony was thinking about going on a hunger strike until people come back. But we made up for it with our pack rip. Mahomes pack, which you should get you get an assist on. That was your idea.
Oh yeah. In case it goes bad, you want someone to blame.
Exactly. I don't think it was you, Limsey, that day. I don't think it was you. Are you okay? Here's another one we can pontificate on. How long do you think it will take for these locker room packs to sell out?
I think longer than the MGLE and Hollow. So how long was that?
I don't remember. DJ Local, I think, bought them all. So
yeah, DJ Local from day one to not stopping. Well, how long did that take?
Thomas
and
like 30 days.
And it's not just guys. It's not just it's not that he's just doing it. He's doing it double time. He's got like multiple devices going.
My guy's a
bubble
machine.
crabs.
My guy is a machine. He was a DJ Local top tier hangout in real life.
Yeah, love that guy. But like I'm saying it's longer, and I'm saying it not based on demand, but based on like how many trade tickets people have built up, right? Like the other ones kind of people fired off at the 350. They could get multiple of the 350 last time. People had the trade tickets for the Hollow and MGLE pack, that the like premium pack, or whatever, that mixed pack that was going on that guaranteed you an MGLE. So I think it's definitely going to be over
that. Yeah, that makes sense. Roy's asking, Roy, did you win a VIP membership? I don't think I did that. I don't know. Is JJL Smith still in like the
giveaway mode?
Remember when he did that? I forget what
was
that
insane.
with Janie and Packer, but he gave away like 30 of them or something, or 50 of them.
That was crazy. I don't know if someone else is doing it.
Fuck, the NFL roadmap has to come first. Yeah, I think it does. Also, I can't tell if it was like fuck the NFL. Ooh, look at the first mint. I like that the first mint is in here doing, because not only this is like reminiscent to their tweets, right? It was done incorrectly. You spelled you wrong, you know?
No capital in the first.
No, good to see the first mint here. I think they're here just to make sure I'm not talking shit today.
Were you talking shit yesterday?
I did. I made fun. I just compared Patrick Mahomes to the first mint, where, you know, first week it was NFL all day. Then yesterday was promoting Fortnite, and it said next week it's going to be Pogs. Was that Bobby giving it away? Dude, shout out Bobby. Bobby just giving out VIP memberships. What a guy. Love the community. All jokes aside, love the First Mint. Honestly, I want to give the First Mint Social a little credit. They have been
grinding.
Yes. They've been doing what I like to call the spray and pray, where they're just like, let's just fire quantity over quality, which is how Team Hold built up. You just fire out every day. But they had one yesterday. I think it was actually, let me pull it up. And it had been out for like 4 minutes, and it had like 25 replies or something crazy like that. And I was like, hell yeah, that is Jack Settlement engagement farming right there. Which is how you do it. Where is it? Let me see. Oh, yeah, there. Look at this. 77. It was the all-day challenge. Speculators believe the NFL all-day challenge will build your roster on the defense, which I like that they spelled it the Canadian way. Would you be on board, or would you like to see a completely different challenge? And I like that. There we go.
I like that. I didn't even realize that when I read that tweet.
That it was spelled in the Canadian way?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was get inspired by you. Oh, you fixed it. Thank you, First Man. Nothing but love. Anyways, all right, last call for the giveaway, and then we're going to wrap up here. So let me go ahead and throw this up there. And just a reminder, as people like the stream, you're going to like the stream, you're going to subscribe and put hashtag do the giveaway. There's 143 watching and only 93 entrants so far. I'm going to go back to our profile for a second just so I can go over our schedule one more time in case you missed it yesterday. But this is our fall schedule. This is our fall schedule for the week. You're seeing Monday through Friday. We're doing the 9 a.m. morning show that's only talking about the hoops. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we have our NFL All Day show. We had Big Tickets debut yesterday, which was a lot of fun. We're going to have J-Web come on next week. We'll get the OTM guys on at some point once Rumble gets going. I'm really excited about what we're doing over there. The 89 Cavs is going to come back in a couple of weeks on 7 o'clock on Monday nights. Watch your work. We know tonight it's going to be on playback, but they're at 9:30 on this channel. We've got the Friday happy hour show over here, which is just going to be some UFC. We'll have some candy. We'll have some F1, a lot of craziness. We got Wednesday night playback, where I think what we're going to do is just pick like the ESPN game of the week and just put that over on playback. And then very excited about our Sunday morning show right here, the 10:30. I said 10:30 a.m. I haven't confirmed that with JBB, but I think it's going to be 10:30. Where it's going to be JBB and me talking fantasy football before our lineups lock. And then also we'll have 69mega.com. Yeah, the future is here. Dating artificial intelligence, 84% match. Now, this is what I got to know. Are we is this an 84% chance on real people or on artificial intelligence? Like, are we getting...
Yeah, because it's also like, if they're creating AI for you to date, I would expect a greater than 84% match, right? Like,
right.
That's pretty shitty. But if they're saying that like they've created AI to match us with people at 84% chance, I'll say bullshit.
I agree. I say bullshit as well. Yeah, exactly. Why only 84? And how many times did they run? Like, show me the stats as how, like, show your work. All right. You're a teacher.
Show us the EV,
right? Yeah. Show us the EV. If I sign up for Momentum Labs, I get spreadsheets. 84. Like, if you're artificial intelligence at 90 or higher, dude, that's a B, dude. That's a B. I got Kelsey, which is an A+ without 69mega.com. All right.
Are we sure?
Yeah, that's it. Though, man, what a reveal that would be, huh? Like, Kelsey and I met doing one of those sex bots.
That's why they always pop in here.
Oh, man. But anyways, yeah, so we get a lot of content coming at you for the foreseeable future. So, if you hate it here, I'd recommend unsubscribing now. But if you like it, hang around. We got a lot of stuff coming at you. TSC, you got anything? I mean, you got school, man. I was gonna say, do you have anything coming at us in the next
real
week?
Life hitting me hard tomorrow morning, and then it's gonna actually hit me even harder Monday when the kids are back. But today I'll be putting out an interview I did with Solo and Steady from Steady Breaks. So you can check that out. They're a great time. And, talking about Steady Breaks, if you don't know what they're doing some fun things. So check that out. I'll probably put that up sometime this morning once I get it edited.
Nice. Well, we're going to give away 2 things today. I want to shout out the envious one, We the People, who sent over, what did he send over? Sent over Jaren Jackson Jr. playoff moment. And then let's give away, let's give away this Diana Taurasi right here. We'll give it, so a Jaren Jackson Jr. and a DT. Let's do it. Blaze said he won a hollow and Steady. There we go. Let's go. All right, here we go. Let's give away. How many entrants do we have in this thing now? Let's see. We've got 103. I'm going to share a link to the Discord too. That's the last piece of business we're going to do before we get out of here. Before we spin the wheel. I don't think there's anything else I'm forgetting here. Like the stream, subscribe, all this stuff. All right, here we go. Let's give it away. For the Jaren Jackson Jr., thank you, We the People, for giving us a moment to give away so I don't have to continue depleting my collection.
Gym Hub, yeah. Kids are back before Labor Day in Quebec.
There we go. Rowdy Rod. Rowdy Rod, make sure you shoot me a DM, either at Mike Sakarian or in the Discord. You took home the Jaren Jackson Jr. And then here we go. For the Diana Taurasi, what do we got here? What do we got? DT is going to Jericho. Big dubs for Jericho. Good to see everybody. Thank you for being here. TSD, on your last day off, thank you for being here today, man. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. See you on a snow day.
See you on a snow day, which could be any day now for you.
Indeed.
Well,
the top